I just flushed the toilet and then you can hear the toilet. Oh my God. So you need to pee 50 million times in a day. Reality check when you fall pregnant. First trimester is a lot of fun. It's seriously brutal. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I haven't done this in so long. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In case you don't know, I recently announced that I was pregnant. Yes, which is very, very exciting. But today I'm going to talk about all the things I wish I knew before I was pregnant or when I entered my first trimester, because I feel like there is so much stuff no one tells you. And I've had so many friends that have been pregnant before, and you know, it's not like I've been an alien from pregnant people, but at the same time, no one tells you certain things that I really felt they were so important to know, and I wish I knew, because at the time for me, I was like, what is happening right now? Because this is not what happens in the movies. I've seen a lot of movies. I've been around pregnant people, and yeah. Okay, disclaimer. I just want to put it out there that I am super excited to be pregnant. I am so happy, like, it's a miracle for me, and I'm not gonna go into that today, but super, super excited about it. However, I have a whole new appreciation for pregnant women, especially women who have had like 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. I don't know, you deserve super mum medal, because being pregnant is hard. I don't care what anyone says, even if you've had an easy pregnancy, or easy quote unquote, whatever you want to call easy. This shit is hard, and I felt like the first trimester was actually the absolute hardest, and no one tells you what goes on. So I'm going to go into my experience and what I wish I freaking knew that would have made my life a whole lot more easier, or prepared me a little bit better. So firstly, for me, I didn't even think I could fall pregnant. So when I found out I was pregnant, firstly, overwhelmed, excited, all those things, but I had definitely not prepared myself with any research whatsoever. So I was super clueless when it came to what to do, or like just the realities of the first trimester. So let's get into what really happens. Okay, the first thing you need to do is, after you take your pregnancy test, yes, you've done an at-home pregnancy test, which is great. You're like, yeah, I'm pregnant, but you need to go somewhere to a doctor to confirm you're actually pregnant. It's one thing I had no idea. We called some friends who have had babies. I'm like, guys, I'm pregnant. I don't know how far along I am. What do I do? I don't know what to do. And I didn't really want to tell anyone because, you know, it was so early. And I was like, guys, please tell me what I need to do. So they're like, go to a clinic. You have to see a doctor and confirm you're actually pregnant. And that's super important. Not that the home tests aren't accurate, but you need the actual like confirmation that you're pregnant to be able to book your next prenatal visit. So that's super important. Like, don't just do your test and be like, yay, whatever. Go and see a doctor, get confirmation, written confirmation that you're actually pregnant, because you're going to need that later. So once I got confirmation I was actually in fact pregnant, then I was like, okay, what now? And they were like, okay, you have to, you know, book a prenatal visit at a clinic. So that's where I got recommended where to go. So I asked lots of questions. We drove like straight there on the same day, because I was like, I just need to book these things in. I need to know what's going on. Like, this is so overwhelming, exciting. All these emotions are happening. I just want to make sure everything's okay. We get there, and at the time I was probably about 4 to 5 weeks pregnant. And they're like, okay, we'll see you in another 5 weeks. And I was like, excuse me, what do you mean in another 5 weeks? And they're like, yeah, like we can't see you until about 9-10 weeks pregnant. That's when we start your appointments. And I was like, okay, sure. And they do that apparently because that's when the heart is developing, and by that point it's a detectable heartbeat. I know in Australia, I'm pretty sure you can get blood tests and things like that, but here in the amazing US of A, things just aren't as simple. So and really expensive, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, so I had to wait another like 5 weeks, and in that time you're like, so what do I do? I'm just gonna you know, hey everyone, I'm pregnant, but I can't tell you. I'm just gonna chill here for 5 weeks and be pregnant and have no idea what the hell's going on with my body, and everything's new and changing and kind of freaking out. Don't know if the baby's okay. I hope everything's okay. Just be prepared that you are gonna have 4 to 5 weeks where you can't see anybody. You can't get any confirmation that your little dude in there is in fact okay and growing and whatever. So be prepared, don't stress too much. I was just like, okay, no worries. In that time, I just, you know, tried to research and do what I could there. But just be prepared that you're gonna have a little time lapse at the start there where nothing kind of happens. You can't see anyone, you can't get any answers. So yeah, thanks for that. Let's talk about morning sickness for a second, please. My whole life, I've heard morning sickness. When you watch the movies, they throw up a little bit and they're good, you know? So to me, call me ignorant or whatever. I know no one's told me otherwise before, and I've never researched this before, okay? So don't be too hard on me, mums. In my mind, I was like, okay, so morning sickness is just gonna be, you find out you're pregnant, you're a little bit sick, like you throw up a few times at the start and then you're good, you know? Yeah, no. No one tells you that morning sickness is in fact all day sickness. Yeah, all day for like 3 months or longer if you're unlucky. Yep, that's what happens. You feel like she's balls and like you want to throw up the whole time, all the time. No one tells you that. I was like, why do I feel so shit? Why do I feel like shit majority of the time? No, and it wasn't until I looked into it further that I was like, okay, well, morning sickness is in fact unpredictable and it's different for everyone, and it could last all day, could be just morning, evening. For me, I super lucky. Like, I actually should not complain because I didn't vomit once. So lucky. However, I felt like I was gonna vomit pretty much all day, every day. I'd get a random day where I felt pretty good, but for the most part, like, I felt like I was just gonna vomit all day. So that was not fun, and that lasted for me, again, apparently I'm lucky, sorry, I'm not complaining, up to about week 10 is when it started subsiding. Just be prepared, and everyone again is different, that you might feel sick in the morning, you might vomit in the morning, you might not get it till the evening, or you might feel it all day. And then for some unlucky women who I've had, you know, heard stories of having morning sickness and being sick the entire pregnancy. So thank goodness I'm not one of them. If that's you, I'm so sorry. Get through it, you'll be okay. But yeah, just be prepared for that because, man. Okay, don't get me wrong, pregnancy itself is a beautiful thing. It absolutely is. But it's completely not glamorous at all. At all. I don't care what anyone says, it is not a glamorous process, and I'm sticking by that. Let's talk about bloating. The bloating, oh my gosh. I swear I felt about 6 months pregnant when I was like 6 weeks pregnant. I've never been so bloated in my life. It was just, and this happens because you get such a big surge of progesterone into your body, your hormones like just go, and that actually slows down your digestion, and in turn you get constipated, you can't go to the toilet properly, and you just get super, super bloated. I did not know this. This was something I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, my stomach was protruding so bad, and it's like, you just look like you got a bit fat and you're super bloated. You can't even pull off the fact that you're pregnant because you can't even tell anyone you're pregnant. So I was just like, no, this sucks, this is not fun. And of course it's like really discomforting. So yeah, just so you know, that's kind of what happens. Be prepared for that little thing that, yeah, the digestion is not, it's just not good. Baggy clothes, everyone, baggy clothes. So going on from the whole bloating thing, you want to have a belly. And then by that point, I'm like, when am I going to get a belly? I just want to have a belly, but you do have a belly, but it's just bloating. And once you do start telling people you're pregnant, they're like, oh, like when I was about 10 weeks, I was just bloated and everyone's like, oh, cute. And I'm like, yeah, I wish it was a baby bump, but really it's just air in there. But I just went along with it. I was like, yeah, it's puffy a little bit. Not really. Every time I'd eat, I just looked like I had this little baby bump, but really it was a food baby bump. Yeah, so just be prepared that you're not going to get a belly until like, I don't know, for me it was really late, like I have one now, but I didn't start getting it legitimately until like 28 weeks is when it really started to pop. So it was late for me. So you might not get it till like 20 weeks, 22 weeks. Just be prepared that the initial stages of belly is bloating. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the boobies get so sore. So sore. Like, you know when you get your period and your boobs are a little bit sore? This is like times 10 where you're just like, oh, don't touch anything. No one touch me. My husband don't touch me. Everything hurts. Everything's swollen. On the plus side, they do get bigger, so that's amazing where you're like, woo! I look like a porn star. Which is fun. I don't know, for me I always wanted like bigger boobs. Now I kind of can't wait for them to shrink back down, but just be prepared for them to be sore. It does go away, but they will be sore for a little while, okay? First trimester urination. So that's probably the biggest kind of giveaway where I found out I was pregnant, was that I was peeing all the time. Like my husband was like, you have to pee again? And I'm like, yeah, I just drink lots of water. Like, what's the deal? I pee every 20 minutes normally. He's like, no, you don't. So yeah, that's a thing where you're literally peeing all the time. So just make sure you're near a toilet at all times because you're gonna have to pee all the time. And with the morning sickness side of things, or the sickness, drinking a lot of water helps. So just be near a bathroom. Yeah, don't go for drives that are too long. Be near the toilet and you'll be just fine. Let's talk about food for a second. So I remember finding out being pregnant and I was like, okay, my first food shop, I'm gonna eat as much like healthy, whole food. I was gonna try buy organic food. Like, not that I didn't eat that kind of stuff already, but I just really wanted to make sure I was nourishing my body as much as possible for this baby. And after the first food shop, let's just say I didn't really eat hardly any of the food I bought. Like all the fruits and vegetables and just healthy bits and pieces. I bought like kombucha, fermented foods. I just wanted to make sure everything was super healthy, including my gut, digestion, everything. I would kiss eating healthy out the door in your first trimester because all I wanted to eat was like pizza. I had McDonald's once. Oh my gosh, I remember we were driving home from somewhere and I was like, I need a cheeseburger now. And I haven't had a cheeseburger in such a long time because I'd rather go and eat something like better quality than that. It's not my thing. I was like, I literally down 2 cheeseburgers and fries. I felt a bit shit for a few days, but I just needed that. That's all I could stomach. And cheese and crackers and just whatever you can manage. And I remember at one point I was just having ketchup on like everything. So you really need to just go by how your body feels. You can't beat yourself up for just eating whatever you can eat. And the food aversions. You get the cravings for certain things that you can stomach, and then you get food aversions of like, okay, I usually love seafood, I love fish, I love all those kinds of meats. I still can't like the smell of fish. I'm good, no thanks. Yeah, just be prepared for that, and it changes as you go as well. So don't do a huge food shop like I did and then not be able to eat any of the food. Just kind of get things as you need to, because I'm telling you, you just can't. You just eat what you can. You just can't eat whatever. And if you can, that's amazing, because I couldn't. But pizza was fun, so I'm not complaining. The last thing no one tells you is how tired you're gonna be. The fatigue. Oh my gosh, the fatigue. Like I had an idea maybe I was gonna be tired, because your body is just going through a lot of hormonal changes and a lot is happening. Like, you're building a human. But I don't even understand how you can feel that fatigue. Like, literally, I would feel like I've taken a really heavy sleeping pill, or someone's drugged me or something. Like, I'd imagine that's what it feels like, where I'd be fine and then the next minute I'm just like literally asleep. You just can't. And I fell asleep so many times when we went to watch movies and things like that. The fatigue was just killer. I just had so much I wanted to do in a day and get things done, and that just goes out the window. So whatever schedule you have, you need to modify that, because that shiz is tough. Like, seriously tough. If you think you felt tired before, the pregnancy fatigue, especially first trimester, oh my gosh, I can't even describe. I was just like a walking zombie and just needed to sleep all the time. So take advantage of that if you can. Well guys, that about sums it up. They are all the things I really wish I knew before I hit that first trimester, or at the start of my first trimester, just to help mentally prepare me for what was to come. So if any of you are actually pregnant right now, or you've been pregnant, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything else you wish you knew when you were pregnant that no one told you, that would have made your life easier. That would be awesome if you can share that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be sharing everything along the way. I'm super excited. This is a whole new ball game for me. And there is just so much I just need to like let out. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll catch you soon.